Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? In my new Hawkins High t-shirt. Yay! Still love it. Thank you, Courtney. Today I have, anyway, a Michael's haul, which is not just this, but they sent it in 2 bags, packages. And I think this is everything. I fully honestly just ordered this, but remember I had said in one of my Vlogtobers that I ordered a few different things, or a few different hauls. I don't remember exactly what I got from here. I know what's probably in the bag. I do know that. Ooh. I saw a sneak peek. Sorry, I have my all my advent calendar stuff right here too, because it was the best place to put it at the time. I still have to make the little tag things for it, otherwise I wouldn't have them all in bags like this. But I'm completely disorganized, as you may know that about me anyway. But I'm just cutting open the bag and box, because I don't want to sit there and have to fiddle with it. Okay, I should have done that ahead of time, but I wasn't thinking. I just hit start, and, you know, I'm a bad YouTuber a lot of the time, so I don't think things over the way that I should. Okay, well, let's get into this, shall we? Let's do the box first, because it's here, because then I can get it off of the table. Let's see, invoice? Yes, but only an invoice for what's in here. So, not in general. So here's what, I would show you a peek of the box, but it's only like the 1 layer thick. This box contains cloud cake goodness. These were the ones that my store didn't have, but I felt like I absolutely had to get. I didn't want to miss out. And what is hopefully in the bag is what made me like spring on the purchase. These have been sitting in my cart, and I've been going, well, I need to not get it yet, and then I just got it. But this one, look at this beautiful like lavender color. Isn't that so pretty? You know, purple is like, if I have to pick one color hands down to be my favorite, purple is my favorite color. But this is a little bit lighter than I usually go for. I usually go for like a dark purple. But I love this. I love this color too. Like I love all purples. I love all oranges, and I'm a bad goth. It is called Lively Lavender. If you're not familiar with Karen Cloud Cakes, first of all, you should be. If you do nothing else and you are able to go to a Michael's, go just to do this. Cloud cakes are the stress ball of the yarn world. They are 100% like my comfort item, even if I'm not using it. This is not just me being weird for effect. I am this weird, like I could sit here with a not a cotton cake, a cloud cake, and just sit here and like, I love cloud cakes. I think I have used them, obviously. If you saw my Lost Boys blanket, that's what I used for my Lost Boys blanket. But, and I have another one on the go with some like odd man out kind of ones that I have. But anyway, I think I haven't used as many anymore, because not because I don't like them or anything like that, because until right now they were limited time. So I thought that was it. They were gone and I wasn't going to get my hands on anymore. But that's changing. These things are wonderful. I think I started to tell you about them. I'm sorry. I'd already told you this one is called Lively Lavender. They are technically considered on the label as a size 4 yarn. Now, I will let you judge this. I do not feel that they're a size 4. Even with the fluff, I feel they're more of a 3-weight yarn. And they are finicky to the point, if you're a super like tight crocheter or tight knitter, oh no, Eddie just took a swan dive. Eddie, I need to put him on my actual shelf with Pete back there is what I need to do. Not be pushing him around. But anyway, disorganization seems to be my motto lately. Anyway, if you're a tight knitter or a tight crocheter, I suggest being mindful of the way you're crocheting, and I definitely suggest, well, I guess even if you used a bigger needle or hook, it wouldn't matter if you're still tight. Just be mindful. Like if you take it and it'll break. It's not the most brittle yarn I've ever felt in my life, but it is a delicate yarn. When it's being like pulled on and stuff. Like, I mean, I can take my Lost Boys blanket and, you know, tug at the fabric. Like, that's not as big of a deal. I imagine it probably wouldn't stand up to the household pet, but what yarn does, right? But anyway, it is a bit brittle. That is the only critique that I have. Otherwise, this is heaven. Absolute heaven. So it says it's 4-weight. I disagree with that. It says it's machine washable and dryable. It is 100% polyester, 8.5 ounces, which is 240 grams, 760 yards, which is 695 meters. This is part of the Color Me Bold collection. So this is one that won't be around forever to the best of my knowledge. And like I said, it's this lovely, 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 like lilac-y lavender color. Oh, it's beautiful. And oh, where is it made at? I believe it's made in China, but before I say that, yep, made in China. So I got 2 of these. So I got 1,500 yards to make something squishy and wonderful and comforting, or to mix with a different one because I do have a bit of a collection of these. So I got 2 of those anyway, and then same specs, but look at this color. Look at this color. Isn't this the most gorgeous thing ever? It's pretty gorgeous. This one is called Sunflare, and I think it is rightfully named. So you can see it's got this very center is ever so slightly less yellow. It's like this is golden. This is like a more muted gold, but not by much. So there's 2 different golds. There's this absolutely beautiful red that's like a brick red maybe. And then there is the same thing with the 2 tones of orange. There is a more of a burnt orange, I guess, and then that transitions into a brighter like orange, citrusy orange. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. Sometimes the colors are better back here, but I think the colors were decent up here too. Oh, you can see the difference in the yellows pretty good on the camera. Better than I can with the naked eye, to be fully honest. I can tell it's there, but when I'm looking with light on it, it's less obvious. So maybe in the store it would be less obvious too, but it's very obvious there. It's gorgeous. It is very autumnal. It would mix very well with a brown. And I got, like, if there was a solid brown, oh, this would be on my do it now list if there was a solid brown. Like, the solid gray might work good with it from last year. Or was it the year before that we got cloud cakes? Or was it last year? It was last year. Because I got them, and then in, like, February is when I made my Lost Boy blanket of this year. So, it was last year. Anyway, so I got 2 of the Sunflare. So that makes 2 lilacs and 2 sunflares, and this box is getting out of the way because it is cumbersome on my table, and somebody might be getting some happy mail in that. So I gotta save it. Okay, so I got those. Let's get them out of the way and set them back here. It's like I was ill prepared to do other videos that weren't my Vlogtober. That's why there's like stuff just kind of sitting everywhere at the moment. That's not usually this bad, but now let's bust into this big bag. Look how big this bag is. Okay, so I also got, oh, this one is, hold on. Let me try to give him some CPR here for a second. It was sitting at an angle, so it came a bit stretched. I got one more of this beautiful Karen cloud cake. Look at that. I have showed you guys this before because they do have this in store, but I guess while I was just ordering, I got this also because I wanted a third one because I want to make a blanket with these. I think it would be stunning. This is like a, I always call them like Technicolor rainbows. I realize that I've called other things similar things to that, and that Technicolor probably doesn't mean the way that I'm using it. Like, it's probably not the definition the way I'm using it, because I know Technicolor was like the whole now motion pictures are in Technicolor, and that doesn't make them any sort of a muted color, but it does. I don't know. To me, this would be John Bon Jovi has a song where he refers to Technicolor dreams, and to me, that's what this is. Like, I would have called this Technicolor dreams. It's gorgeous. It also has like a burnt orange and then like a very golden color. It has the same bright gold as this one does, and the same burnt orange actually. But then it has like this seafoam minty kind of green, and then this, I don't want to call it indigo. It is a darker light shade of blue. It's not quite royal blue. Here, let me separate it. There are actually two blues, which I didn't catch very well either. So there's this one under my finger that's the lighter, maybe indigo-ish one. And then there is this one that is kind of a denim color blue. Sorry, I know you've been a little bit mistreated between the mail and then me jamming my fingers all up in your yarn. Sorry about that. Anyway, but it's still just as deliciously soft. So I got one of these because I did have two from the store already, and I wanted to make sure that I got my third one just in case they stop doing. I know these are limited time only, whether they're in the store or not. There are ones in the store that are in like the different, like the yarn aisle, the actual aisles, and I believe they're meant to stick around longer. They're colors from like last year for the most part. But these are not. Some of these have been website only as far as my stores go. And then there is this one that, like I said, it's in the store, but it is in like a center island. If you've seen any of my Michael's shopping videos, I'm sure you've seen it, but it's like a center display. It's, a couple colors of these. There's a couple spice cakes. Well, there's all the spice cakes. There's the anniversary cakes. They're all in that center island thing. So wanted to make sure I got that. Then, ooh, I just looked in the bag. I do remember getting, okay. All right. Now, this is the color Fuchsia Fire. This one's also been a little bit mistreated. I think it had yarn sitting on it, and then it got like dropped or pressurized, or I don't know. Look at this one. Now, compare it to this one. They are like cousins, but they're not the same yarn, obviously. Different color. But it also has more of the bright orange that is in this one, whereas the Technicolor Rainbow had the more muted orange in it. It has the more muted gold color, and then it has a beautiful, like more of a brick red than the other one, really. This has a brick red, and then this beautiful, like, fuchsia pink. Shouldn't there be another color? Oh, there is, duh, I'm just special, I swear. Right here before the orange, it gets to like a pinkish corally color, and then we go back to the orange color. But, oh my goodness, these are so pretty. And I got two of these also. Beautiful. I wish I thought that I had gotten kind of an overabundance of the dark gray from last year, but I actually sort of feel like the grays will go with all of these as far as solids go. So like I want to make all the things and add gray to them. I have issues. I know. If there was a black cloud cake, oh my gosh, it would be mine. First of all, like all mine. I would just want them all. And it would go with everything also. This is another one that's been abused. Shipping them in the big bag wasn't the best of ideas, Michael's. But it's okay, because they're in a home where they will be loved and cherished and loved some more. This is the color Lava. Look at this. Now, I know I'm not always a red person. I do like it mixed with like Like this would mix well with this, in my opinion. If I wanted to do like a big blanket or something like that, the squares, the different squares would mix pretty well color-wise. This one has, so it starts out with the same like wine red maybe is a better, or maybe this one's more of the brick red, and this is like a wine red. So it's got these two different kind of dark red colors. The wine red that I called it is almost like a brownish red, almost. Then it goes into, I'm trying to make sure there are two separate colors, and there are. I just want to separate them for you. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because these generally have 5 colors. I just wanted to be sure. Because basically the other 3 colors are a palette of reds. Now you can, at the outside, hopefully, you can see that this one is a little bit more of, I don't know, maybe a corally red. But then there's these two here. There's this one and this one that are 2 different reds. This one maybe is more of a strawberry red, and the one next to it is a darker strawberry red. I don't really know. They're not, well, they're kind of bright. I was going to say they're not really cherry. These are kind of the different stages of cherries, right? Because sometimes you have the really dark cherries also. There's different colors of reds, basically, is at the end of the day, and they're beautiful and I love them. So I got 2 of those also. I got 2 of each one of the cakes. I think some of them I had 3 in my cart, and then I did take that out, and basically I was just hemming and hawing about whether I needed it. I almost didn't get this one because I was like, no, 2 is enough for everything. And then I was like, no, you want the 3rd one of this. So I ended up getting that one by itself. But then, okay, so the piece de resistance. I have 2 different cakes in here, which I am taking out right now because they already have a home in my craft room that they're going to. I got, are you ready for this? The speckled anniversary cakes. I'm so happy that they finally had these online. They've had them online and sold out apparently before I had checked back myself to get them, because I know other people have gotten them. Erin, I'm looking at you. But look at this beautiful speckled, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that by itself this is one I would use, like just, well, maybe as a blanket. I would still border it with something. I was going to say anyway, what I'm going to end up doing is either using pieces of another cloud or anniversary cake, because they'll be the same size and everything. That's if I piece them out and use solid colors, or buying, like, this does say that it's a 6-weight yarn. I'll get into the specs in 1 second. This does say it's a 6-weight yarn. I feel it's more of a 5, depending on which 5 you get, I suppose. It's kind of like in between-ish, really. I don't care for thicker yarns, and I still really like these. But I definitely think it's something that needs to go with, I would put this again with like a dark gray or a black, maybe even a brown, personally, but something solid. Even if you do white or match one of the colors or whatever. I do have a lot of bulky 5 orange. That might be a possibility. Anyway, that's really not the point. The point is that this is in the color Sweet and Sour Dots, because this one was like my second choice of dots, maybe my third choice. I still haven't found the I don't remember if it's called Pebbles, but it's the brown and yellow and pretty like mod retro looking one. I haven't found that one yet online at all, or in stores, but none of them have been in my stores. If you are unfamiliar with Karen cakes, anniversary cakes, we've covered the fact that it says super bulky 6. I feel like it's more of a 5. They are machine washable and dryable. They are 100% acrylic. This bad boy has 35.5 ounces, which is 1,000 grams of yarn. It's 1,061 yards, which is 970 meters. This is a small blanket on its own. Now, I am incapable of small blankets, but this is a small blanket on its own. Depending on the stitch that you use, you could make this into a lap blanket or a baby blanket, I would assume, pretty easily. Gorgeous. Look at the colors in this though. It's like a white background because the white is all the way through it. And then there are, it's almost tie-dyed a little bit. You can see where the colors kind of fade into the white, or in some spaces into each other. But there is a white base. There is like a mauvey maroon kind of color and a purpley color. And then there is like a blue raspberry type of blue and a lime type of lime green color and an orange. The orange and purple do fade in some places into a tiny bit of like purpley brown, just here and there, not on average or anything. But look at that gorgeousness. I think that one is so pretty. And again, that one is called Sweet and Sour Dots. And then the one that I wanted, coveted, searched for, wanted so badly. This one is called Rainbow Dots. And these are the two. They only had these two online, so I grabbed one of each. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is more, I guess, a bit more primary than the other one. It has the same kind of lime green, but it has like a red and a yellow, like a golden yellow, and they mix into almost an orange in some spots. Then there is a blue that fades into that same raspberry blue color. I think that about covers. Oh, did I say there was a lime green? There is the lime green color is in here also. Look at that stunningness. It is so pretty. You could match up any of the colors again to go with this, and it would be like a fun primary color type of blanket. Or you could put it with black or brown or gray and have that, like if you did squares of this and had that nice border. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Or you could do white if you're more of a white border type of person, or like a light gray or a tan, if lighter neutrals are your thing. That would go well. Like everything would go well with this. I think it's so pretty. Again, I have quite a bit of bulky 5 orange, so like I could probably match up that orange with it if I wanted to. It's beautiful. So that is what I got from Michaels. Now, right now, these are all on sale. I can't remember by how much the cloud or the anniversary cakes are. It looks like the cloud cakes are $9.09 right now a piece, which do they have on the label? It says they're usually $12.99. I didn't get a packing thing with these, but I want to say that is there a normal price on here? These are normally marked at $39.99, and I want to say they're on sale for like $27.90 something, $27.09, $27.95, something like that, under $30. So now would be a better time to get these, especially if they happen to have a coupon that works with sales. But usually they don't work with sales. Or if you have like rewards to pair with it, that's usually what I do. This time around, I ended up getting rewards because of it. But so I'll have those for next time. But yeah, they're so pretty. I don't know anymore between these two which one is my favorite. Like this one started out my favorite and the one I wanted the most, but this one is so pretty too. Do you guys have a favorite of the two? They're pretty similar. They are different shades and yet similar. Like these two would probably go good in a giant blanket together too, honestly. Especially with a like a black or something to border them. So pretty. I think my favorite, hands down, is still, like between the two of these, is still Cloud Cake. This one's wound so tight it keeps coming off. It's like the 3rd time I've put the label back on it. But I don't know, did you have, let me see if I don't know if I can show all of these at once, because I was going to ask which one your favorite is. I'm so uncoordinated. Did I get it in? Yeah, there we go. Which one of these is your favorite? Like, hands down, the Cloud Cakes are my favorite type. As far as color of these, I kind of thought it would honestly be this one because of the sunset look to it. But this one has an equal sunset, and yet, like I said, if it was paired with brown, there is a brown, I have a brown cloud cake upstairs that's at the stores. It's a brown tone. But if it was straight brown with this, like a dark brown, oh, it would be, do I have a brown that I can hold up next to it? You think I would have a brown, but like, I don't offhand. But imagine like Eddie's hair brown next to this. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Or at least the darker tone of it? Oh my gosh. So anyway, I think this one is my winner, which is, this one was Sunflare. I love this one a lot. Yeah, but anyway, so limited time on these colors. So if you have a chance and you are wanting them, I would suggest getting on that. Hopefully you enjoyed the haul, and I do have some more stuff coming, so stay tuned. And otherwise, I will see you tonight for Vlogtober. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.